Yeah? No. No sé. Teniendo que decir, I don't know. Hey, the crew. So look, if you can see, it's actually raining. Look how beautiful that shot is. And what town are we in? I think I forgot what town are we in. We're in Jersey. I forget what town. I should know where we're at. I think we're in... Okay. Hey there, crew. I'm Eddie, and this is Home Media Bliss, and welcome to our channel. And if you're following us, thanks for coming back. And if you just found us, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully we'll get you to stick all the way to the end, get you to like us, get you to subscribe to us, get you to drop a comment. And then we are back, and if you're following us, we are back into our home theater service job that previously we replaced 2 front high speakers that the client kept complaining about some static noise. Well, guess what? The client called us back, as we said on that video. He did like the look of these front high speakers speakers that we installed. So now he wants to replace the other speakers that are the rear highs on the Atmos Cinema that we're working in with. If you got, actually, there's the video playing right now. We got it on screen. And then this is the previous video that we were working on. So please make sure you go back and watch that, drop a comment on that, get to like it, and also maybe keep watching on this one. So if you can see, Gus already has started the work, and we are replacing those rear high speakers. So we got the Signature Series 8-inch episode speakers, and Gus is working on that, but we are here also for something else. The client keeps complaining about the static on the picture, or the picture comes in and out. So we are determining that that can be or could be a bad HDMI cable. Okay, so the projector has an existing fiber cable, but it's got some unknown brand that we never work with. And remember, this is a takeover job. We did not do this job. So we're actually kind of putting a Band-Aid on everything that's going on this job. So today, along with Gus replacing those speakers, successfully he's getting those in there, we and Justin and I, we're gonna be running a brand new HDMI cable, and we're working with the Bullet Train. This is actually a 45-foot fiber cable that is capable up to 10K, 48 gigabits. And so we're gonna run this to the projector from the system. But guess what? This is a finished cinema, okay? The walls are done, the floor is done, the ceiling is done. So how are we gonna get this cable to that projector where the system is sitting? So the equipment that's fitting the cinema is actually on an outside corner closet, so check it out. It's not pretty. Please do not blame us on us. We didn't do this job, okay? So I am thinking that we gotta get the HDMI cable from the cinema projector all the way into here on closed walls. So how are we gonna do that? Well, let me show you. So crew, how are we to get this fiber HDMI cable all the way from the closet where the equipment is all the way to the projector when the walls are done? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do it through the existing holes that are here? Check it out. So you're asking, Home Media, what are you talking about existing holes? Well, what are the existing holes? The existing holes are the lights. The existing holes are the speakers. We can pop those down and then take a peek in there. Off camera, we actually did that. We already determined that the joists are actually going this way. We need to go that way. All right, so we stuck a camera in there and we took a look to see if the wires are actually running perpendicular all the way through the joist, so we can just maybe use the existing fiber cable as a lifeline and back pull it to the system. Not the case, okay? So Gus got a green light to continue there. We have no idea how these previous AV guys did this work. And guess what? Their work was not that good, so they're not here. They're fired. We're hired. So, so I think Justin, okay, he's my son, if you guys don't know that, and he's been working with me quite a few summers when he was in school, and now he's actually full-time doing this with us. And he's been learning all the tips and tricks on how to get into finished rooms. And guess what? He saw this little room over here, which is actually the sump pump for the whole basement. This is the sump pump for the whole basement, and somehow ended up in the cinema of all rooms. He's got a wine room over there. He's got a gym on that corner. He's got a basement kitchen over there. And for some reason, in the layout, in the design, the sump pump ended up in this box room that they did over here. So as we crawling into this little box room that is holding the sump pump, okay, it's not only the sump pump room, but it's actually also the water meter that's here, okay, that feeds the house. And this is where Justin crawled in and he says, Dad, why don't we just go in there, because the basement wall's actually off about a foot and a half from the actual pouring of the concrete. Okay, so this is actually the concrete wall. And if you notice over here, we're actually off the wall. And then Justin decided that, why don't we just go that way and go all the way to the room and go all the way into the equipment? So guess what? We ran a glow rod through the back of the wall, and let me show you where we came out in the equipment room. So coming back outside of the theater, this is the cinema right over here. This wall is actually the wall that has the screen. And then over here, as I mentioned earlier, here is the equipment. And so I stick my hand over here. Check this out, Justin. There's our glow rod right through there. And then we're gonna go ahead and tie our HDMI bullet train cable on this rod, and we're gonna back pull it all the way to that sump pump room. Now that hole that you see there, that's actually an existing hole that was there. For some reason, somehow, Justin found it and he says, Dad, I think we can come out from that hole that's right over there. So our idea is to run the HDMI so we can feed the Marantz, and hopefully we can eliminate that bad lag and jumpiness or pixelation, or sometimes no picture at all when he's watching either Apple TV or Fios. All right, so I think that maybe we should run the cable, so let's go. All right, crew, before we pull that cable, I wanted to talk to you about the cable a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of unboxing. Oh, if you can tell from this mess, that means that Gus is actually making great progress installing those new 8-inch signature episode speakers that are on there. And so what I wanted to talk to you about the fiber HDMI cable is actually, this is a very specialty cable. It's quite expensive. Why? Because look at that, see? Even right now, the picture comes in and out. So literally in front of us, the issue is actually happening. But Justin, if I get you to get a little closer over here, I want to talk to you about the cable a little bit. What I wanted to show you is that before I hand over the cable to Justin, okay, I wanted to talk to you about, you know, the specialty of this cable. You can't just pull this cable on the wall, all right? So if you take a closer look at this, okay, you know, the cable actually has two ends on it. One of them says source and the other one says display. Okay, this one says source, this one says display. What does that mean? Well, that means that this is a directional cable. You have to run it one way and one way only. You can't just slap this on the wall. Okay, so the display side, that's actually the TV side, or the projector side in this case. The source side is actually your cable box end, or your Apple TV, or your Roku. In this case, it's going to be the cinema receiver, the AVR, which is processing both Apple TV and Fios in this instance. So when I hand over this to Justin, okay, he knows that he actually has to give me the one side that I need to connect it on the other end. So for instance, if we're starting to pull from the equipment side, Justin has to give me the display side, because that's going to be on the projector side of things. Okay, so I figured I'd share that with you, and then and that way, in case you're happening to be running a directional cable, just make sure you run it one way, because once you run that cable, they cover the walls, and then they paint and they finish up the room, you won't be able to back pull that cable right back out. Okay, crew, so Justin is standing by. Let's go over and hand over the cable to him. So let's take a walk. All right, go walk this way. All right, so here's Justin. Here you go. He's gonna run that cable. He's gonna be tying up that cable to that glow rod, and then I'm gonna go back into that little sub pump room and a box room, and then back pull the HDMI back to me, all right? Okay, all right, crew, check this out. So he's got the cable at hand. Here it is, lying across the floor. And then from there, he is going to tie up that cable to this glow rod. Okay, there it is. He's actually tying up the HDMI on that glow rod, and let's make sure that we got the display side. There it is, see that? It says display. And then now I'm actually gonna go on the box room and pull this HDMI. Okay, cool, I'm inside the little box room for the sub pump over here in the far end corner of the cinema, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that cable. All right, let's see. Here we go, folks, I'm pulling, and then Ryan, I'm gonna undo one of the rods. Each of these rods are 6 feet. Okay, so we're gonna undo them so we don't snap the edge of it. All right, here we go. I'm gonna keep pulling on this rod over here. And let's see, oh, look at that. Check it out, folks. We have the fiber HDMI right over here. Okay, so now our next challenge is going to be to get this HDMI onto the projector. So right behind me is where the cable came in from the equipment side that Justin was feeding with this glow rod. Our job now is either continue the corner over here so we can get to the projector that way, and see how we're gonna get this HDMI fiber cable onto that projector. And I think I'm really leaning on the fact that we may have to take the projector down so we can work freely. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do next. And I think Gus, he wants to go paint the grill. So why don't we get him on that? All right, let's go. All right, crew, so before me and Justin run that cable to the projector, let's go outside and take a look on what Gus is actually working with. I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually snowing outside. So let's take a look what he's working on. He's gonna be spraying those grills. Okay, check this out. Oh, here's Gus right here, check it out. He's working on spraying the grill, so let's see how he's gonna get that done. All right, do a little test and spray, check it out. Pretty cool. Okay, so we're actually using Rust-Oleum flat primer, which actually sticks to metal, plastic, and everything. And the grill's being metal, it'll stick on there. So he's just doing the first layer, and then he's gonna paint the next one. All right, and then I guess we'll come back and check up on Gus, or he actually will bring once he's done, he'll bring the grills back inside, and then we'll just install them in the cinema. All right, in the meantime, I'm gonna go back inside. It's snowing, and I'm gonna help Justin get that fiber cable onto the Sony laser projector. Let's go. All right, crew, back inside from Gus spray painting those grills. And if you notice, the projector is on. We got some video from these guys. Look at these guys, huh? Look at these guys. Do these guys know what they're doing? These are a bunch of wannabes. Alrighty, so the next step that we're doing is Justin and we're gonna team up, father and son. And I think I propose that we have to take the projector down because we have to take the faceplate off with the LV GAN and all the low voltage wiring that's coming out of the ceiling. We're gonna run some rods, and because the ceiling joists are actually going this way, and this is the back wall of the cinema, we won't be able to make this turn over here because we have joists going that way, and I don't think we're gonna be able to get across those two top plates that are on there. So I'm thinking that we take down the projector, take the plate out, run some rods along the joists this way so we can get to this corner, and because this corner is actually away from the cement and the poured concrete, I'm thinking that we can just run a rod that way, then Justin will creep back, he'll creep back inside this box room over here that's holding the sump pump. And then we're gonna get another rod with a hook on it, and then just kind of feel our way, and then hook on it, back pull it, and then we might be able to go up with the fiber cable, go on top of those two top plates that are on there, get inside the spacing of the empty joist, and come over here and make it all the way to our plate. But unfortunately, we have to take the projector down, so we have to shut it down, take it down, and then put it back up again. And we're gonna have to recalibrate the picture again on the screen. All right, so let's get to it. All right, crew, little friendly reminder, I failed to mention, Justin is gonna take down this projector and hand it over to me, but I failed to mention that we have to do a proper shutdown on the projector. Don't just unplug the power cord on it. First shut it down and then take it down, all right? Bow. All right, folks, from what you can see is that we're gonna try to run that HDMI across the joist on there from that time lapse that you can see. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually crawl into this box room in here where the sump pump is in. Then I'm gonna take this glow rod with a hook on it. See that on there? We got a little hook. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get in there, shove that up over here. Justin is gonna send another rod across and I'm gonna try to feel it. It's all insulated in there. We can't really see anything. But Gus has just prepared the rod that Justin needs to send. So what we're doing, we're actually making a purpose knot with some string line on there. Justin is gonna send it through, and then at the end, I should be able to feel it, just like this, and then somehow, some reason, I'm actually gonna purposely just knot into this string line over here so I can get all cut up in there purposely, and then from there, yank it down. So therefore, I should have the string over here. Then Justin is gonna have the string line over here. We got the HDMI then at the bottom, tie up into it, and then Justin should be able to pull it in a brand new HDMI. It's actually in the projector without us making a single hole and single damage in this project, all right? And the client will be happy with that, all right? So let's get to it. All right, folks, so there it is. Justin is sending that rod all the way across the two joists in there. I just gotta crawl in there. He's gonna let me know when he's ready, when he's feeling the end. See how the string is pulling in through there? All right. Oh, look at that. Check it out. We hear the noise over here in the corner. Okay, so now I'm gonna crawl in there and then I'm gonna feel him and get that wire down. All right, folks, so I'm back inside the box. I'm back inside the sump pump room. All right, so remember, this is our HDMI cable that's coming across from the equipment room, not the mechanical room, I'm sorry, the equipment room. And now I'm gonna take that rod that we made. Let me see. I feel Justin on this pipe over there, feeling it when he's up there. So what I'm gonna do is, see that? I'm just gonna send this up, see if I can feel him up there. I just gotta send the rod up there, see if I can feel him. Again, we're working blind over here, folks. ¿Qué pasó? What? Okay, Justin said I think he felt me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and purposely move it around, see if I can grab onto that string. Nope, I have nothing. Let me try again. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, Justin says that he feels me. He's communicating with me to let me know that he feels me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, tap on that. I feel him too, actually. It's vibrating through. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna purposely see if I can just spin my hook around blindly, see if I can just grab that string. And I got nothing. I gotta try again. Here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, uh-oh. I think we went fishing and I think we got something. I think we got a fish to bite. Let's see. Here we go. Justin is saying, here we go. Oh, look at that. Whoa, look what we got here. And let's see, now Justin, all he's got to do, he's just going to purposely back pull that way, and it's going to undo and come undone on his rod. So go ahead, Justin, go ahead and back pull there. I'm going to stay with the string line. All right, I got the string line. You're there, right? Okay, he's got it. Check it out, Gus. Go ahead and get him. See, he's got the end of the rod over there on that side. Okay, he's pulling. I'm still maintaining the string on my side, and there it is. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and back pull that string. Here we go. There you go. I got the end of that string line over here. Okay, we got some knotting over here. It's not all right, it's sacrificial knot. Don't worry about it. Sacrificial string. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and undo this taping on this rod, and then I'm gonna send them the HDMI cable. Next thing is to actually tie up this string onto the HDMI with some taping. But you know what? Gus actually has a tremendous trick on actually how to do the string. And he has taught that trick to me about 5 times, and I still don't get it. I get it wrong every time. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch roles with Gus. He's gonna stop being the director. I'm gonna switch into the director role, and he's actually gonna be the technician and show you this trick on how he does this. All right, so let's go. Okay, crew, so me and Gus just switched roles, and right now, check it out, I'm gonna do an up close on his trick. Please know that Gus is actually a 15-year veteran in construction and also landscaping and tree trimming. This is a trick that he learned when he's actually tying up tree lines when a guy is up in a tree and he's tying up a line so they can bring down the tree after they chop it. So then there it is. He actually made the 2 knots on here. He's gonna put some tape on there. Let me see if I can get a better view over here. There it is. Okay, and that knot that he does, I mean, he taught it to me like 5 or 6 times. I still don't get it. But the way that it does is that once he undo the string line from here, it's actually not even tied to the cable. So by Justin pulling on the cable, there he is, Justin's right over there, he's ready to go. By him pulling on that cable, it actually creates a stress right over here and it just holds the cable. All right, so here we go. Hopefully we don't damage the cable. There it is, Justin is pulling. There it is, our HDMI cable. Okay, Gus is feeding it from right over here. There it is. It's coming out of the other side. And here's Justin. I think he's about to come out with it. Let me see, hopefully it was an easy job here. Here we go, let's go. Looks like he's having a good time over here. Let's see, here we go, let's see. Okay, Gus is feeding it. And I think, there it is, Gus. There it is. Here is our HDMI cable. And our string line is back out. There it is, folks. And then of course we have the display side over here. And then Gus is all done. He's taking all the glow rods out of the way. And there it is, folks. There's our fiber cable going in through there. And the great thing about this is that if we ever have to run a new line or new fiber, which we doubt it, these cables, you know, they last for years. This would be our room that we're gonna use as a lifeline and back pull a new cabling over there. So back outside, so there it is. There's our HDMI cable. So let me show you how that runs. Okay, so from in here, here's the equipment room, all right? And here's our cable right over here. And just to make sure, let's make sure we have the right side over here. We do have the source side. That's what we need over here on this side. All right, so we'll go ahead and connect that to this receiver and then test it. In order to test that, we need Gus and Justin to reinstall that projector up there. All right, crew, we're making great progress on this service call or slash install, whatever you want to call it. We successfully got that fiber HDMI up to the Sony laser projector. Correction, let me correct myself. Justin and Gus actually have that HDMI ran into the Sony laser projector. Then now comes the part that Gus actually spray painted the grills, so it's just a matter of me getting on a ladder and slapping them up there on the speakers. Remember from my last video, I don't know if you want to drop it here, Justin, we ran out of stock on the paint, so we just actually just kind of put the grills up there. So let's go ahead and put the grills and see what that looks like. All right, let me get up on the ladder. All right, let's see, here we go, and look at that. How beautiful. Grill number 2. Grill number 3. And finally, grill number 4. Okay, crew, as you can see, we got all the grills installed up there. They're virtually invisible. You can barely make them out. The client is super happy. And let me show you what the back of the receiver looks like with that brand new fiber HDMI. Okay, crew, check it out. This is the brand new Bullet Train HDMI cable. Actually, correction, Bullet Train active fiber HDMI cable. 45 feet runs from here to the projector. There it is. That's what that looks like. See that? 48 gigabytes. And this is our source side. And just to give you a reference of the cable that used to be here before, that's the previous HDMI that was here. So if you want to compare, okay. Actually, the client researched this online and he found it for like 20 bucks. Could you believe that? You're not gonna find a Bullet Train HDMI fiber cable, active optical fiber cable for $20. That's just not gonna happen, all right? So let's go ahead and connect that on the back of the receiver. All right, now remember, this is a takeover job. This is not our wiring management. We didn't do this. We're probably gonna come back another day and completely gut this rack and redo it all over again for the client. But today, he wants this up and running because he wants to watch wrestling. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this around, pack it up, and get out of here. Okay, crew, it is the end of the day for us. We're packing it up and going home. As you can see, it's snowing. Not only is the end of the day for us, but it's also the end of the video. So hopefully we got you to stick with us all the way to the end, as it helps us grow the channel. And of course, just like every other channel says, please subscribe, drop a comment, share with others, and then we'll see you on the next Home Media Bliss video.